My name is Lindelani. I'm a student at University of Stellenbosch studying applied systems thinking. I've drawn here a rich picture depicting my topic, which talks about aging in the African continent, which is a problem. We do notice that this is a complex problem because it's got all emergent, self-organizing, and non-linear characteristics, which are the basis for systems thinking. This allows us to pinpoint the patterns and trends that happen. So what my picture here shows up is that on the top right, you can see there for the aged or the elderly, the chaotic environment where it's non-governable. There's liquor stores next to the old man's house or an old woman. It's next to the highway where cars are driving past at high speeds, which means their restful time, early in the mornings, are disturbed. This will have a dire impact on their healthy statuses because lack of rest will always lead into some certain health issues, more especially when you consider the frailing bodies of our elderlies. At the bottom, you can see, because this is a holistic view, since we are applying systems thinking, which encourages us to be holistic, to approach issues with holism perspective. At the bottom, you will see I've got a suburb there, units which are well structured. You can see they are a bit distant, but there's a mall close by which is about 15 km. However, the same mall is about 35 km from the chaotic environment. You can also see that next to at the bottom of the chaotic environment, there's a graveyard which is already sitting at over 60% full because of high mortality rate around the area. That it might be due to crime, criminal activities, HIV and AIDS, and just lack of self looking after different kinds of impacts and factors. Then you can also see that the chaotic environment is almost from the airport as well as the hospitals, other vital services, it's about 100 km away. But what we also anticipate is that next to that, which is about 18 km, you'll have a elderly heaven, more of a old retirement village housing homes project of some sort, where police for security reasons is around the area. All the other facilities are close by. Within that, you've got natural aspects where you might have rivers close by that runs clean water, supplies from the council. This environment will most likely have sponsorships from the pension funds, because the people who come into this are coming from a well-developed, well-run working environments, working for big corporates. Then they have made enough savings to operate or to live happily after, while they rest as elderlies. You can also see that they are closer to hospitals, but within their precinct, there's a clinic there, there's shops, there's walking path, the bus ranks that comes in. They are not far from their also well-being suburbs where their kids who they have taken to schools and so on, or paved a better path for them will be living next to them. This is very close, less than 10, about 10 or so Ks in this concept. But however, you can also see the links all around here that shows that the system, the problems that we are facing for aging environment, because these people that are here at the suburbs will have about 2 or 3 kids at maximum, but the most majority of which, whereby when we look at the population dependency ratio, we're going to be losing a lot of people at the rural and undeveloped and unmanaged environments, which lead into aging as a factor for the country. This then will raise issues where we need to deal with our policies. We'll need to revisit how we run our economies, all these things. So we'll need to have a clear understanding, holistic views, pay attention to the trends as well as patterns within our structure, basically, so that we plan and we communicate a shared vision that will lead into a better, though delayed, future or living with our loved elderly or aged population.